Hello and welcome to North Penn News, live from the North Penn High School studios. I'm Sarah Connor.
And I'm Dan Keene. Leading off today, students of North Penn High School recently got to see the Grim Reaper himself, and he was walking the halls of North Penn. North Penn High School's chapter of Students Against Drunk Driving held its annual Grim Reaper Day. Since it is estimated that 56 students die from drinking-related accidents, over 50 participating students were visited in class by the Grim Reaper. They had their faces painted white to symbolize death and were asked not to speak for the rest of the day. SAD hoped that the day showed the tragic and permanent effects of drinking and driving. Grim Reaper Day is held every year in the prom season.
Students at North Penn High School were afforded a unique opportunity to look at the job market this week.
Our own Kyle Berger went to North Penn's Career Expo held in the North Penn's Gymnasium to find out more.
Looking for a job this summer? Then the North Penn Career Expo was the place to be. This week, close to 40 local businesses and several hundred students had the opportunity to exchange business cards and job applications. In its first year, the Career Expo offered students a chance not just for summer employment, but for a possible career.
We are real excited about it, and any of the students that are hired for the retail side of our company will come through the training department and work with me for a week. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
North Penn English teacher and School to Work coordinator Karen Holmes and Career Study coordinator Ken McLarnon, along with the North Penn High School Steering Committee, had been planning this event for years.
The first thing we did was to gather the steering committee of the Career Development Partnership Program together. And it was this group which really did a lot of the planning and structured the event so that we could get as many businesses as possible and also to include as many students as possible. So it was that particular group that was the impetus for this.
There were local businesses calling the high school to find out if students would be interested in coming out and completing applications for jobs because they had job openings. And one thing just led to another, and we came up with the idea of having the expo.
Hopefully, this will now be an annual event at North Penn High School.
At this point, we've billed it as the first annual, so some of the businesses have said to us, will you please do this again next year? So at this point in time, we'd certainly like to do so.
At North Penn High School, this is Kyle Berger, North Penn News.
The North Penn Music Department will be holding a special night of jazz on Monday, April 12th in the Pendale Auditorium. The former lead trumpet with the Stan Keaton Orchestra, Mike Vax, will be the featured guest performer. The North Penn High School Jazz Band and Lab Band, along with the Pembroke, Penndale, and Penfield Middle School Jazz Bands, will be in attendance. The Night of Jazz will begin at 7 p.m. and tickets will be $5 for adults and $3 for children.
The North Penn High School Drama Department's spring production of Fiddler on the Roof will be coming soon. Shows will take place on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m., Friday, April 30th at 7:30 p.m., and Saturday, May 1st at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $7 for orchestra seats, $6 for under the balcony, and $6 for balcony seats. Ticket coupons for the show are now available in the main office of the high school. First come, first served.
Now, you may think you need to travel to Philadelphia to see great art, but you don't have to. The North Penn High School Art Department will be presenting the 1999 Senior Art Show on Wednesday, April 21st from 5:30 p.m. until 8 p.m. There will be an hors d'oeuvre reception and music to honor the students and their artwork in the high school's main lobby. The show will also run on Thursday, April 22nd from 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. The community is invited to attend. For more information, please call Joanne Watkes at 215-368-9800 extension 447.
Lights, camera, action. North Penn High School students showed off their multitude of talents in this year's annual talent show. The competition included dancing, singing, acting, and musical performances. Top prize went to the quartet dance team of Jen Childress, Lindsay Rogers, Katie Jakubowski, and Megan DeSimone. The talent show is organized by the Student Government Association.
To help wrap up a successful winter sports season, the North Penn Booster Club held its annual Winter Awards dessert. The event honored over 300 student athletes, and awards were presented to the MVPs in all sports. Funding for this event was raised by the Booster Club through pizza sales, so the event was free of charge to the athletes.
On the gridiron, the North Penn Knights football team was an indomitable force, making the playoffs for the first time. This June, you can find out how good Coach Penn and the Knights are on the rolling fairways of Pinecrest Golf Course in Montgomeryville during the 3rd annual 12th night golf outing. The outing will tee off on Monday, June 21st, and the cost is $90 for each golfer. The price includes golf, lunch, dinner, and door prizes. For more information on the outing, please contact Bill Colinello at 368-3991.
On Wednesday, April 21st, the North Penn High School National Honor Society will be hosting the Montgomery County Special Olympics. This event is sponsored annually by the NHS and is the only student-organized, student-run Special Olympics competition. All NHS members will be working at the event, as well as other high school students who signed up to be buddies. Student volunteers are reminded that they must complete a training session to be a buddy. The competition begins at 8 a.m. in Crawford Stadium.
This Saturday marks Super Saturday in the North Penn School District. The North Penn Association for Gifted Education is sponsoring the event, which features over 39 workshops. This year's Super Saturday is being held at Penndale Middle School from 9 a.m. until noon on April 10th. Proceeds from the event will help fund N-Page scholarships, which will be given to students in kindergarten through 11th grade who will be attending enriching summer classes.
For most students, hanging out and watching television after school is an everyday occurrence.
But some Pembroke Middle School students decided to spend their time differently. Students headed to the cafeteria for an exciting night at this year's annual read-in.
North Penn News reporter Ji Yoon was there.
Let's read, said the Pembroke students at this year's Pembroke annual read-in. Everyone excited about a night of reading, learning, and eating. Over the years, this event has become a traditional favorite of the students as well as the parents.
The kids have been very excited about it. All week long they've been working on creating banners to greet our guests and to tell the school about what's been going on. We have a bunch of excited 7th graders here tonight.
Oh, the parents' reactions have been very enthusiastic. We have several volunteers here this evening who are helping the students, and they'll be doing the origami with them as well as serving pizza and soda later.
Due to the magnitude of the students participating in this year's event, students were split up into 2 groups, half in the gym for individual reading and the other half in the cafeteria for a demonstration on origami.
Well, Mrs. Barbara Pearl is an author as well as someone who is well known for doing origami, and she travels around. She has this presentation that she does in elementary schools as well as middle schools.
But what's a read-in without pizza? After the demonstration, students were served pizza along with cookies and soda.
I read during my half hour. I made origami box and a frog. Now we're eating pizza.
All in all, it was a very fun night with everyone enjoying themselves. This event was organized by Pembroke reading teachers and sponsored by the Pembroke Home and School Association. This event has been adopted by neighboring schools due to students' and parents' positive response. And sayonara, meaning goodbye in Japanese, and for North Penn News, I'm Ji Yoon.
Hatfield Elementary was treated to a musical fiesta when Ellen Frazier visited them with her trumpet. Ms. Frazier was invited to come to the school by Hatfield's band teacher, Jeff Miller. Ms. Frazier was Mr. Miller's private trumpet teacher when he was growing up and felt that it would be important to share her expertise with other students. In her performance, Ms. Frazier played a multitude of instruments for the students and also shared with them the history of the trumpet. She has also been featured in magazines and has her own concert series entitled Music from the Heart.
I think what's important is just for people to see a person doing what is their heart's desire, you know, because when we follow our heart, you can't help but make the right contribution.
I want them to learn. I want them to appreciate what goes into performing, and in particular, playing a musical instrument.
Ms. Frazier's visit was also part of the Women's History Month.
Mrs. Janie Bertotti's first grade class at Gwendore Elementary just received a glimpse of the future by holding Career Day. Students came to school dressed like their favorite career choice. This event has helped to wrap up the People at Work unit of the social studies curriculum.
At Bridle Path Elementary, students and their parents gathered for this year's annual Young Authors Conference. Todd Strasser, famous author of hundreds of children's books, was present to deliver the keynote address and to answer many of the children's questions.
For all the kids, it was very inspiring. discussion that Todd Strausser had with the kids. I think he really did a nice job relating to the kids, getting and explaining his life as an author.
Kids are pretty similar all around the country, especially at this age. So they're just really receptive and very excited. And I love talking to them because I love to read and I love to write, and I don't want those skills to die out. So I sort of have taken upon myself to spread the word.
The day was filled with fun and educational workshops for the kids who attended. The students enjoyed their day at Bridle Path, and they hope to continue writing in the future.
Do you have more game than Milton Bradley? Then sign up for the 3-on-3 basketball tournament sponsored by the Student Government Association at North Penn High School. The tournament will be held on Thursday, April 15th in the gymnasium. The proceeds of the event will go to the charity chosen by the winning team. The only catch is only one basketball player is allowed per team. So get your team together and come shoot for a good cause.
The North Penn School District was well represented at the Bucksmont Spring Academic Challenge. Students from Penn Field were on the first and second place teams in the competition, which was held at Pembroke Middle School. This was a repeat performance of past success for the Penfield squad, as they had captured the Fall Academic Challenge earlier this year. Congratulations to all involved.
3 of the 18 teams representing North Penn School District at the Odyssey of the Mind competition have advanced to the state competition. Teams from Penfield Middle School, Culp Elementary School, and North Penn High School will compete in Altoona on April 17th. Winners of that competition will go on to the World Competition in Knoxville, Tennessee, to be held at the end of May. Good luck to all those involved.
The North Penn School District will once again hold its annual blood drive on Monday, April 12th. The drive will begin at noon and run until 5:30 p.m. in the F-Pod balcony of the high school. If you are 17 years old and weigh at least 110 pounds, you may be eligible to donate blood. For an appointment, contact Sally Kaufman at 368-9800, extension 468. Please donate blood and help save a life.
Congratulations to the Office of School and Community Services for winning awards of the honor from the Pennsylvania School Public Relations Association for the 1998-1999 Activities Calendar and for the 1999 Spring Community Education Program Guide. Also, North Penn Television was recognized by Pennsboro for 2 shows done last year. The March edition of On Location and the December 12th edition of North Penn News were both given awards of excellence.
The North Penn School Board will be holding its Action Agenda meeting on Thursday, April 15th. This meeting will start at 7:30 p.m. and will take place in the Educational Services Center. In addition, there will be a special Finance Committee meeting at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, April 13th in the ESC. The meeting will be for the presentation of the North Penn School District preliminary budget for 1999-2000.
Spring is here and the construction at North Penn High School is picking up steam with the exterior just about finished. The construction crews are now concentrating on the interior. Window panes have been installed and a 1999 date stone has been set in place. The only delay is some interior door frames and some drywall in the classrooms. Crews assured everyone that the addition will be completed on time. For more information, please watch On Location this Friday at 6:30 p.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m.
And finally, the spring sports season has arrived, and that means the return of Sports Night with Kyle Berger.
Kyle joins us now from Studio B with a preview of today's show. Kyle?
Thanks, Dan and Sarah. On today's show, we got a jam-packed sports night coming up for you. We have over 7 sports teams in action. We'll have all those results. And we have an interview you don't want to miss with 2 co-captains of the North Penn girls lacrosse team, Sarah Snyder and Megan Sins. So be sure you stick around for that. Right now, let's throw it back into Studio A with Sarah and Dan.
Thanks, Kyle. And that's it for this edition of North Penn News. For the entire North Penn News crew, I'm Sarah Connett.
And I'm Dan Keene. Tonight we leave you with the winning performance from the SGA Talent Show. Sports Night is next.
What would you do if you had to choose between the buffalo and the giraffes? Between a flower or an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a million-year-old beach? Between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Would you make the right choice? Would there be a right choice? Now there's a way to help. Not just one, but all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with. Ask your employer about workplace giving.
Tom, where are you going? Man, we got a ball game here. Pardon me.
Pitcher got a rubber arm. It's has. Huh? Pitcher has a rubber arm.
If education is important to you, talk to your child's school about raising academic standards. Call 1-800-38-BE-SMART for a free booklet and be a big league parent.
Over 2 million acres of our wildlands burn each year, and hundreds of homes are lost as a result.
At least 50 homes were burned to the ground. Dozens more were damaged as fires raced through dense brush and steep canyons.
Flames don't know the difference between forest, rangelands, and homes. Learn how you can fireproof your home. For more information, contact your local fire protection agency, state forestry office, or the USDA Forest Service.
Hi everyone, and it's about that time for the spring's first edition of Sports Night. Welcome to the big show, everybody. I'm Kyle Berger. Let's get right to the results. There's a lot of them. The girls lacrosse team dropped a very hard-fought non-league loss to rival Souderton 10-7 on Wednesday. The Big Red avenged 2 defeats by North Penn last year by coming back from an early deficit to take the win. The leading scorers for North Penn were Sarah Ducilli with 3 goals and Sarah Ulmer, who had 2. Be sure to stay tuned for my conversation with Sarah Snyder and Megan Sins later on this edition of Sports Night. Well, it's always a long trip to Council Rock, but after a 5-0 loss in a soccer match, the ride back can be even longer. So was the case for the maiden soccer squad Wednesday after getting shelled by the Indians. North Penn was outshot 19-8 and had very few scoring opportunities. The record now is an even 2-2, and they will host Harry S. Truman on Monday. Things started off well for the North Penn tennis team against Council Rock on Wednesday, but the Indians came back to beat the Knights 5-2. Cliff Wynn won in straight sets without dropping a single game, and George Jew rattled off a 3-set victory, but that was all for the Knights as they dropped the last 5 matches. On the track, the North Penn squads both defeated Central Bucks East on Tuesday afternoon. The Knights got by the Patriots by 2 points, winning 76-74. The Knights dominated the field events to keep their streak of Suburban 1 dual meet wins alive. That streak dates back to 1995. While the Knights had trouble, the Maidens breezed to victory 96-54. Megan DeSimone and Erica Parker both led the Maidens with wins in 3 separate events. Both track squads will compete at the Track and Field Coaches Association of Greater Philadelphia Relays this weekend. Tough pitching was the difference on the baseball and softball diamonds for the North Penn squads, who split with Ben Salem on Wednesday. For the Knights baseball team, 5 unearned runs spoiled a solid effort on the mound by Adam Spangler, and their bats were silenced by Ben Salem's pitching. Despite a triple by Dave Martin, the Knights lost 6-2. The maiden softball team was able to shut out the Owls in their softball game behind strong pitching from Nicole Brunt. Brunt also helped herself out by scoring on a 2-run single by Steph Hines, which was the only scoring in the game, and the Maidens held on for the 2-0 victory. And in volleyball action, North Penn defeated Pennsbury 2-0 in a Suburban 1 national contest Tuesday night. The Knights won both games by a score of 15-11. John Tucker led the Knights with 6 kills and 7 digs, while Christian McMunn added 8 kills and 2 digs of his own. The Knights will be playing at the Lake Lehman tournament this weekend. And that's your look at North Penn sports, but stay with us because after this short break, we'll be back to talk with lacrosse co-captains Megan Sins and Sarah Snyder. You're watching North Penn Television. Back in a few.
chemistry class led me to a life of crime. I catch murderers, rapists, and thieves with a microscope. Help your daughter become a scientist. Instead of a tea set, get her a chemistry set. Look at the boring job I got from being a science nerd. Expect the best from a girl. That's what you'll get.
My mind yet. What are you gonna take?
Algebra.
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 If no one's explained how algebra, geometry, and calculus can improve your future, demand that you be told. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Welcome back to Sports Night, everybody. Right now, we're joined by the two co-captains of the North Penn girls lacrosse team, Megan Sins and Sarah Snyder. Thanks for being here, ladies. Sure. Sarah, so far the season's gone rather well for you guys. You have a tough schedule. Just give us an update on how it's gone so far.
So far, it's been pretty even. Yesterday, we lost our first league game against Satterton, which it was a tough loss, but it was a good game. But we had an excellent win over Boyertown, who has beaten us in years before, and that I think really brought our spirits up. We have like a lot of hope and a lot of promising people.
Megan, coming into this season, a lot of people would be saying that you're losing your three top scorers.
Yeah.
You have your work cut out for you this season. But you've had some nice surprises this year on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I think last year we were definitely strong in the offense section of the game, like with Alyssa and Nikki. But this year I think we're pretty even. We have a lot of returning starters and a lot of people that came off the bench last year that have just been so awesome. We have depth, a lot of depth. But we really have the strong defense. We have we need a little work on our connective game, like in the middle. But other than that, I think we'll be fine this year.
Okay, you had touched on Alyssa Moser, Nikki Leone, and Jamie Willis as well, three of the leaders for the team last year. And Sarah, both of you, as we said, were the co-captains. What's it feel like to be a captain, and what's it like to lead a group with this lacrosse team?
I think finding out that both of us would be captains, being that we're good friends and we work really well together, it was just the greatest thing that happened all year. We were jumping up and down, and it's just good to know that the team has faith in you.
Yeah.
We have a lot of spirit, and we do things really much together. The team this year is really unified, more than I think previous years.
Megan, also that you were nominated by your teammates, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily by the coaches, so that has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, we had to put in two names that we thought of, who would be qualified for the thing. So we found out it was pretty exciting. We found out pretty quick because the voting, and then the two other assistant coaches went and counted, and so it was really, really thrilling. And the first time we stretched, we were shaking because we were so excited. But it was very, very nice.
Sarah, explain your relationship with Miss Vogel, your coach. She's relatively new, but you guys are into her system now, and it seems like you're having fun when you're out there.
Oh, yeah. The practices are great. I love practices. Mrs. Vogel is a really, really great coach. She really gets in touch. Not only is she a coach, but she's also a mother of two other kids on the team, Ginny and Julie, which ties the motherhood plus the coach, so she brings it all together. So far, she's been doing great, and we love her.
Okay, you touched on the practices a little bit, Megan. Over the spring break, you had an interesting opportunity and some practices to work with some of the middle school kids. What was that like?
Definitely. Well, we found out that practice throughout the season was on the Thursday and the Saturday and the Monday, and we were kind of bummed because it was at 8:30 in the morning. I think we were the first team out on the fields, which makes us feel kind of good because we're all tough. But we had the ninth graders from all three middle schools come with us, and that was really interesting. There was a lot of girls, but the neat thing was that the seniors had to run the exercises with the ninth graders, and hopefully, they'll want to try out with the team. They found out how much fun we have, and we always have humor in our practices, but when it's time to play, we're they're serious.
Okay, talking about playing now, back to the season, Sarah. Really tough schedule for you guys. Your league schedule is competitive, but the non-league games, I mean, you throw in a win against Boyertown, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a surprise. We really wanted that game bad. And since they beat us in previous years, they really have always had a strong team large, mean coach, which everyone can hear on the sidelines. But basically our two biggest games are Satterton, which was yesterday, which we will beat next game, and Council Rock, who beat us last year, like in the playoffs, which was...
Do you have Satterton in your schedule again before the end of the season?
Yes.
Both Council Rock and Satterton.
Looking forward to that one.
And we will be ready.
Okay. Hey, on the sidelines for you guys, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people come out to these lacrosse games. You know, we got a big student body contingency, and a lot of your parents. I know your two parents. I know them well. They're one of the more vocal parents on the sidelines there. But you know, it's got to feel good to have people supporting you when you're out there.
Yeah, definitely. You know, sometimes you'll see an extra person on the field, or you hear your dad's voice or his whistle, mine, and you just. Yeah, let's do it for them. You know, we've had such great parent support, and just after the games, really supportive, whether we've won or we've lost. And I know our dads are always there to tell us what we did wrong right away, but they're very supportive, and I really appreciate it. But we also want more people to come out, especially for senior night, which is May 21st.
Okay, that's in the stadium, isn't it?
Yes.
At night.
Night
Okay.
game.
Sarah, playoffs are coming up in a little while away, but still, every game counts at this point. What do you expect your team to do in the playoffs this year?
Being as like half of our team is returning, you know, we have like a lot of new players, but everyone has been getting along really well. Like, we play great together. I think that we have a promising future. Like, I really think that we can go to playoffs. I mean, we've done it in previous years, so I think that we can do it again this year.
Yeah, you've made the playoffs for the past several years. Megan, just touch on a little bit more of the chemistry on the team. A lot of young players on the team, a lot of sophomores, but it seems to me that varsity JV doesn't matter. It's almost like one big family out there.
Yeah, it's neat. Miss Vogel has a way of not segregating. You know, instead of saying JV over here, varsity over here, she'll say people that played. There's always a chance to move up. We're into hard work. Hard work is, I think, our North Penn style, the girls lacrosse especially. You know, whether it's doing our sprints at the end of practice or the running or anything, we go 100%, and that's, you know, catches their eye. And I think we respect each other, and when we're having, you know, a bad day, a bad practice, we, you know, cheer each other up. There's not a lot of negativity, and I think that's what's neat about our team. We're just, you know, all good buds, and we're just really supportive of each other.
Okay, now let's change gears a little now, Sarah. Next year, you're headed off to Wesleyan College up in New England. University, thank you. And you'll be playing lacrosse up there.
Yes.
Pretty special opportunity for you to compete at the NCAA level.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I love the coach there. She's young, like, she's just great. I took a recruiting visit up there, and I just fell in love with the school. Everything about it just clicked with me. And I'm just glad to play Division III. Like, I just want to do it because I love the sport.
Do you have a major yet?
I was thinking about possibly English.
Okay.
Communications.
All right. Megan, you're going to head up to Massachusetts to William Smith College. So what's up with that, playing lacrosse?
Yeah, I'm very excited about playing lacrosse. I went up, same Sarah, on a recruiting trip, met the coach, met the team. They're wonderful. I actually was interested. It's a very small school. There's like 1,700 girls, but they do really well. You know, they get into their division things, so I hope to be you know, a good addition to the team, but I just fell in love with the school and the whole team, the atmosphere. It's really laid back, and, you know, it was just playing because I love the game.
And also, you'll be playing for a national powerhouse of a team for field hockey as well.
Yeah, I'll be playing field hockey, which I don't know if I'll go up and, you know, do very well at, but I at least just want to keep busy because throughout high school I've been playing 2 sports, and I think I'd just be like dying without doing 2 activities and stuff. But the coach is awesome there too, so I'm really excited.
Have you decided on a major as well?
So far, political science.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks you two for being on the show. That's all the time we have for this week's edition of Sports Night. For the entire North Penn Television crew, I'm Kyle Berger, and I'll see you at the game.